Didn't hit that one as good as the first one, Mikey, but
Still plenty.
yeah, like I got tons out of that one.
Missed it a bit and the dispersion's still really tight.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we have a new addition to the shaft wall. Always like when we get new, fresh shafts in. It just gives us different options, different sort of, player profiles that we can fit into. BGT Brava was a shaft that really was specifically one we would use for players who were looking for maybe that lighter but still very stable category. And they've added a tour product to that line in the Brava Tour. A little bit stiffer in the tip section, Michael, and lower torque profile. So you experience that stiffer feel. You don't just sort of see it as sort of a stiffer spec. You're really going to feel it.
The original Brava we had generally playing a little longer, 46 inches, kind of at the time of another longer shaft to compete with it. But this is, the 20% stiffer in the Tour. Hopefully, maybe tightens up dispersion, cleans up, stability and stuff like that. I like it.
Yeah, I think it's going to go to a different target market, a different golfer entirely. This one is being targeted or being compared up against the leading shafts on tour. Some of the testing that we've seen has shown favourable results against that. So again, trying to be unbiased and independent in these reviews, we're sort of happy to put that up to scrutiny and let's see. I think any company are prepared, are always really willing to say their company performed better, but in an independent hands, are we likely to see that? I think that's what we're going to find out today, Mikey. So it's got a DNA of stability from the putter shaft. So you guys will know BGT from the stability putter shaft. We've certainly talked about them a bunch of times. We talked about the driver shaft a little bit, but I think this tour model fits in closer to a wider range of shafts that we may have in the wall. So whether it's in the regular stiff or X-Flex, we're testing the X today, it's 6 to 8 grams. I think it's closer to what's out in the mainstream market.
Definitely. Cool.
Okay.
BGT Brava Tour, title is GT3 in the D1 setting. Yep,
gamer setting. Very close to gamer specs. 3.1 degrees of torque, as we said, raw length 60, or raw weight 6 to 8 grams. Really very similar to a shaft that, I would call an ideal profile for something I like. I generally like something pretty stout in the tip so that I get more feel up in the handle, typically for how I'm a little bit casty. So that profile tends to suit me quite nicely, Mikey. So this should be close.
Tight little driving hole here in spirit of the BMW PGA Championship in the UK.
Yeah, on this week.
Good old Wentworth West.
Yes. All right, Michael, let's see if we can adopt some of these driving fundamentals.
Yeah, let's see it. 3 points to 60 yards. That was a good strike. It was roasted.
Didn't hit that one as good as the first one, Mikey, but
still plenty.
Yeah. Like I got tons out of that one.
Missed it a bit and the dispersion's still really tight.
Yeah, look how good that, I don't know if we're talking about shaft characteristics there by keeping, but if I hit 2 drives and one felt good and one didn't, yet they were basically the same.
Yeah, it was really good. Another good one. A little low strike again.
A little bit.
The spin kicks up, but it's still pretty good. Good strike.
Line.
Kick right. Good,
that was a good one. Okay, yeah, this is a different beast, Mikey. Obviously 10 grams lighter, we play this as one of our long options. We've got a few long
46.
options in the demo matrix. So yeah, I'd be interested to see what we get out of this guy. Oh, that was a good one.
Sounded good.
I always like this this shaft like a little bit longer. Like that one felt faster than the other ones.
1715. Another one hugs the left side, but it's fine. You can see maybe where that Tour one dispersion gets a little bit more, a little tighter.
Like I felt like the Tour one was very anti-left. Like I felt like it always wanted me kind of going straight to maybe slightly right, whereas this one wants to, will allow me to turn it over more.
Was roasted.
It's the height that's kind of almost like surprised me.
136 feet in the air.
Ah, I like the Tour one. It's good. All right, Mikey. I think a pretty self-explanatory test.
Yeah.
I really liked BGT Brava Tour. I think, like we said, it would fit the profile of a shaft that I would play, you know, every season. And then the standard Brava gives you a little bit of a different look. Yeah. More club head speed for sure. As we said, it's lighter and longer. We, you know, that's it. Its kind of purpose in our demo matrix.
Perfect scramble season driver shaft.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bomber option, but when you actually look at it, there's more speed, there's more launch, but kind of net, not really more gain. Yeah. So in a scenario like this, I would take the performance of the Tour probably, and just
the Tour. You had some that like you struck maybe a little bit lower, and like nothing really fluctuated crazy. Dispersion was super tight. So I mean, obviously being 20% stiffer than the OG one, you definitely take the performance over it all day.
Yeah, and I think with the materials that BGT have rolled into this Tour shaft, Mikey, they really have went to town on the best of the best from a material standpoint. This is not something that's going to get labelled as something, and they've kind of cheaped out on it. They've used, you know, Tory graphite, which is, you know, as we've mentioned on the channel many times, if somebody's boasting about what kind of graphite they're using, it's normally Tory. Yeah, that's the graphite they use in their shaft. So I can see what they're talking about. I really can. Standard deviations across the board are fantastic.
Super tight.
It felt like it was very straight and didn't want to go left. I would say I fought the BGT, the standard Brava, a little bit with the left. Yeah, I mean, could play around with loft on that BGT, get the loft down a little bit on a driver and get a few more yards. But that package on
really good
on that one, about as good as it can.
Yeah, good addition to the demo matrix.
Definitely. So those of you who may be sort of in need of that higher, sort of mid to high 60-gram shaft range, looking for something that predominantly plays stiffer in the tip section, maybe use a head weight that's a little bit increased in sort of mass, that kind of gives you that bit more head mass for ball speed and stability and higher MOI, but gives you the tip stiffness to offset that. So you don't get as much deflection in either plane, lead or droop. So I think that's a really, really nice option. Probably still a lot of people will go for the standard Brava in that, you know, it's a bit more explosive and sort of offers that kind of wider range of golfers an option.
Yeah, good point.
In the 50s. But if you like it in the mid to high 60s, BGT
Tour.
It's
impressive.
Brava Tour is
I like
great.
it.
Good. All right, guys. Let us know if you've tried the original BGT Brava shafts before. We'd love to hear your thoughts on it, and if you felt like they needed something just in that fractionally stiffer profile. Love to hear your comments below. We always do. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you again soon.